Come. And B. All right. It is Friday. Thank God, Friday. Excited for what God has done. Looking forward to what He will do. We have our church movie night tonight. Excited about that. We'll be looking at, we'll be watching the movie War Room. It's one of the Kendrick brother movies. I've said in the past, I'm not a fan of their version of salvation. It's a lordship kind of salvation, but their view of the Bible in our life, their view of prayer and Christ and what He can do, all of that is just amazing to me how well it fits. Independent Baptist, not everything we do we agree with each other on, and so I can take a Kendrick brother movie, especially one that has such a strong focus, and I can use it and apply it, and I can point out where it lacks, and especially this movie, very strong in terms of prayer, but no mention of salvation, just a focus on already having a relationship. And so excited about that. Our church does a lot in terms of prayer, and I think we can take the next step with this movie. But this morning, that's not why I'm here. This morning I'm here because of Thank God Friday, and this morning I am thankful for donut holes. If you don't know what a donut hole is, and again, I have to remember, sometimes I have an American audience watching this, sometimes German or other nationalities, and so you take a donut, and when they cut the hole out of the middle, what's left over when they fry the donut up is this little ball of dough. Now, in the past, that ball of dough was considered useless. It was considered kind of waste or leftover. And so it was rolled back into more dough to make more donuts. And so for a long time, this little piece of dough, this little ball, was considered just waste or leftover, no real purpose, until somebody had the brilliant idea of baking it up and making little donuts, or donut holes, the holes from donuts. Over time, those became very popular. We even see today now how the different uses in them. We can fill them up with jelly as well. We can coat them in different coatings, same as we do with donuts. Burger King has even taken these donut holes and fried them up, coated them with sugar, with sugar and cinnamon, and filled them up with a cream filling, and they're like Cinnabon donut holes. And so, just amazing what was once useless, what was once discarded or mixed back in with everything else until it could be useful, has become its own product. And so we see the same thing here in Germany. We see the same thing in various places with what they call Schneeballs. They're really, to me, it tastes like somebody took all the pie crust, the leftover pie crust, and rolled it into a ball, and filled it with stuff, or coated it with flavorings, different things like that. I'm not a fan of pie crust, don't like it, but other people have just amazing. They come to Rothenburg and other places just for Schneeballs. And so what we see over and over again is what everybody considers useless, what everybody considers waste or throwaway, is not, once someone finds its purpose, once someone steps out of where they're at, when somebody looks at, what can I do with this besides what everybody else thinks. And a lot of times we feel the same way in church. Sometimes we feel like we just don't fit in. We don't have a place. That's not where we're supposed to be. We don't have any use. And the problem is, we're not looking at it from God's perspective. God, the Bible tells us, God has placed every one of us in the Bible, in the body. Everyone's placed every one of us in the local church. God has a plan and a purpose, something for us to do. And sometimes it's because we consider ourselves waste. We consider ourselves useless. We just want to mix in with everybody else until we can fit in the way everybody else does. And God says, that's not why I've got you there. I've got a plan and a purpose for you. I've got something that you can do that's unique, that's different. And when everybody else sees that, suddenly what you'll discover is instead of you copying people, people will start copying you. Once a donut hole was useful, people found an infinite number of creative uses for donut holes, including Cinnabon donut holes by Burger King. So whatever it is, if you feel like you're not fitting in, if you feel like you don't have a place, if you feel like there's nothing for you, look around. Look at it ask other people, what is it about you that makes you unique to the church? How can you fit in? How can you find your place? And if you find somebody who feels that way, then invest in them. Look at them from God's perspective. We have a wonderful personality. We are all unique. We are all different. And just because we don't fit in, just because we don't have our place, doesn't mean God hasn't designed us with a place. And so this morning, I'm thankful for donut holes. They show me that even the waste has a place. I hope you'll have a wonderful Friday. Look around at the people you can invest in. Look for people to be invested into. And look for your place. Hope you'll have a great Friday.